Hello everyone. In this session, we will discuss the determination of coefficient of discharge, that is CD, for triangular notch. The aim of the experiment is to determine coefficient of discharge for triangular notch. The notch are nothing but is a flow meter used to measure the flow rate. The apparatus required for the experiment are centrifugal pump, tank, open channel, notch plate and hook gauge. And here we have an image of triangular notch, that is V notch, and we have the horizontal channel, and at the end of the channel is connected by the V notch, and the water is made flow through this particular V notch, and the sheet of water coming out from this particular V notch is known as nappe. And here we have end view where we can clearly observe the V shape notch, and this angle theta is known as angle of notch, and B is nothing but width of the channel, and H is known as head over the notch, and the bottommost part of this particular notch V notch is known as a crest, and P is nothing but difference between crest and bottommost channel. Now coming to the some important formulae related to the experiment are to calculate Q theoretical discharge, which is equal to 8 by 15 square root of 2g tan theta by 2 h to the power 5 by 2, where g is the gravitational constant, theta is the notch angle, h is the head over the notch, and Q actual, which is equal to volume divided by time, which is equal to volume is also equal to area into area of collecting tank. I will show you what I mean by collecting tank in the coming slides, and H is nothing but the water stored in that particular collecting tank, and T is the time required to store that particular water. And from this particular theoretical discharge and actual discharge, you can calculate CD value. The CD is known as coefficient of discharge, which is equal to Q actual divided by Q theoretical. From this it is very clear that when Q actual, which is equal to Q theoretical, then CD value will be equal to 1, which means the calculated theoretical discharge is equal to actual discharge. When there is a difference in Q actual and Q theoretical, then to get actual discharge we need to multiply CD with the Q theoretical, that is we are calibrating the given notch. So calibration is nothing but comparison between known measurement, the standard value, and the measurement using our instrument, that is nothing but calibration. For example, consider a 30-meter metal tape. If we check its length after 10 years of regular usage, there is chance of either shorten or expansion due to variation in weather conditions and forces applied during its usage. Accordingly, that we need to apply the corrections on that particular tape. For it may be the tape may be shortened, or the tape may be expanded. Accordingly, we need to apply the corrections, and this is nothing but we are calibrating that particular tape. Coming to the test apparatus, we'll be having the sump tank where water is stored, and we have a centrifugal pump where water will be pumped to this particular open channel, and we have for that particular centrifugal pump power supply we have, and we have a gate valve which control the discharge which is going to transfer to the open channel, and we have open channel, this is the open channel, and a notch plate is attached to the one end, and I will show you the front view in coming slides. And on that particular open channel a hook gauge is attached, and water flowing through this particular open channel passes through the notch plate, and it will be collected in measuring tank, which is also known as collecting tank. For that collecting tank, a graduated scale is attached to measure the level of water on that particular measuring tank. Here we have the image of hook gauge, and this particular hook gauge, at bottom it will be a hook shaped needle is there, and a rod is attached, and that a rod having a scale is connected, and it will be having two knobs. One is lower knob and one more is upper knob, and uh, here we will be having two scales, that is one is vernier scale and one is main scale. This is nothing but my main scale, this is nothing but vernier scale, and the vernier scale is attached to this main scale to get much accuracy in the result. In fact, the least count of vernier scale is nothing but zero point 0.1 millimeter, and we have two knobs here, one is lower knob and one is upper knob. Once the level of water is adjusted to the sill level, from the lower knob one value is set, and uh, next readings we should not touch the lower knob, only the values are adjusted using upper knob. Now this is the view uh, where we can see the V notch clearly. In our current experiment, we are using 60-degree V notch. Also, it is clearly we can view the collecting tank. Once the water comes out from this particular channel through this particular V notch, it will be collected in this particular collecting tank. Coming to the observation part, first thing very important is notch angle, that is theta, which is equal to 60-degree, and the measuring tank area, that is collecting tank cross sectional area, it will be 0.25 square meter in our case. Now coming to the procedure part, first we need to place the notch plate at this particular end and allow the water uh, flow through this particular channel, and initially we need to set some discharges. If you are taking 3 readings, we need to adjust this particular discharge valve or gate valve in such a way that 1 by third, 1 by third, 1 by third. Initially we approximately will set to 30 to 35% discharge, and next 70%, 65 to 75, last 100% discharge. If you need 4 values, we need to set this valve in such a way that first reading should be approximately 25% of discharge what will be flowing through this channel, and then 50, then 75, then 100%. So depending on the readings required, we need to set this particular gate valve. So once water flows through this particular channel, initially when water reaches the sill level of this particular, or sill or crest level of V notch, we need to set this particular hook gauge. We need to wait some time to stagnate that particular water, and once after that we need to set this particular hook gauge initially to some reading. That value will read as H1, and once after that set for some discharge using this particular gate valve, and water is allowed to flow through this particular channel for that particular discharge, and wait for 2 minutes and measure the next reading. It will read it as H2, where you can see is nothing but head over the notch, which is clearly we can see in this particular figure, and head over the notch is nothing but difference between H2 minus H1, which gives the head over the notch. And for the same discharge, we need to calculate time required to store the water in this particular collecting tank up to some particular height. In our experiment, we are considering 10 centimeter height, and repeat the experiment for some other discharges, and the tabular column goes like this. First serial number, and we will be tabulating H1 value, that is initial value, and H2 value, which will be taken in mm's, and H is nothing but capital H is nothing but H2 minus H1, which is given in meter. So we got initial value as 20, H2 as 81, 81 minus 20, it works out to be 61, into 10 to the power minus 3 we require in meters, and from that using the formula we can calculate Q theoretical value, and it works out to be 1.25 into 10 to the power minus 3 meter cube per second. And for, next, rise of water level in the collecting tank, we took 10 centimeter, and which means if I convert to meter it will be 0.1 meter. And once after that we need to calculate time taken for the rise of water in the storage tank. That is, we need to calculate time required to rise the 0.1 meter height, that is 28 seconds for this particular discharge. From that you can calculate Q actual, that is A into H divided by T, where H is the rise of water, is nothing but 10 centimeter which is equal to 0.1 10 centimeter which is equal to 0.1 meter, and it works out to be 8.92 into 10 to the power minus 4 meter cube per second. And from these values we can calculate CD, which is equal to Q actual divided by Q theoretical, and same will be continued for all the trials, trial 2, trial 3 for different discharge levels, and the average CD can be made using these three values. Once we'll get all the values, same thing we can represent in the graphically, where on x-axis we can represent log H, and on y-axis we can represent log Q actual, and all the values are drawn in this particular graph, and a line, the line is nothing but best fit line, is drawn in such a way that which having the slope of 5 by 2, that is 2.5 slope, and where this particular line meets to the y-axis, this particular axis, and it is nothing but my log k, this value is nothing but log k. From this particular log k we can calculate value of k, taking anti-log we can calculate k, and from that k, which is equal to 8 by 15 CD square root of 2g tan theta by 2, and entire equation only CD value is unknown to us, and it can be calculated using mathematical relation, and it works out to be 0.699, and what we got using this particular value is nothing but tabular column is 0.71, almost 0.71 and 0.69 matches. So from this we can make inference the value of CD which we got by the calculation and also graphically, which matches is my inference.